Starter has them. They're close to a dispatch as they face right up to their marks. Strands release. They're off. Flat-footed at the start was Shadow Hall, and one of the first to ping away from the stand was Poetic Castle, and it's bounced out to lead by a couple of lengths. Away very fast was Out Punch Enchanter from 10 metres. Shea Keystone is going to settle down in third posse, and they were followed further back then by Quietly Spoken. The next one is the favourite Maximizer, settling down in about fifth spot from Mel Park Sunshine. They were followed further back in the run then as they make their way down the side of the track there by further back They Tell Me. And then on the outside is Taken to the Max, just shading Balmoral Boy, and settling at the tail end of the field is Shadow Hall as they run their way past the 1800 metres. And the leader is Poetic Castle, making play by one. Hard on its back is Out Punch Enchanter in second spot, and that pair are about 3 in front of Shea Keystone, and then about 2 lengths away to Quietly Spoken. That quartet have opened up a break of about 6 on the favourite Maximizer, Mel Park Sunshine, They Tell Me. Further back Taken to the Max, who's racing on the outside of Balmoral Boy, and whipping them in as they run their way down the lane is Shadow Hall. Lead time. Well, it was 54.4, and the leader is Poetic Castle, held together in the van by a length on Out Punch Enchanter. Third is Shea Keystone, and about 2 away fourth Quietly Spoken. And still that quartet with a big break on the favourite Maximizer. And next on the outside of those runners then came They Tell Me, Mel Park Sunshine, Taken to the Max, racing on the outside of Balmoral Boy. And still last of all as they go into the back is Shadow Hall. First quarter of the last mile has been trotted in 31 and 4, and as they run their way towards the back straight turn at the 1,000, the leader still Poetic Castle by 1. Second Out Punch Enchanter, and here's Maximizer put into the race at the right time as working around the outside. Will go up without cover, and then Shea Keystone, who's racing in fourth. Next on the outside, They Tell Me, covering up Quietly Spoken, and now Taken to the Max is taking closer order. Oh, in trouble there, the favourite Maximizer at the half mile. Maximizer, when making ground, has made a break, and the odds-on Popper's going to drop out to Stone Motherless. Further back then came Balmoral Boy, Mel Park Sunshine, and further back then came Poetic was Shadow Hall, and it's got past Maximizer. 31-2 second quarter, 62-6 the half, and the leader still is Poetic Castle. Second on the outside, They Tell Me, and Out Punch Enchanter, and that trio have dashed away. Coming home strongly around the outside is Balmoral Boy, and further back then to Quietly Spoken. It's got past the stablemate, which is Taken to the Max, and then came Shea Keystone. Well back in the race then as they swing Mel Park Sunshine, Maximizer, and Shadow Hall. 30.8 the split, 300 left to go, and the leader still is Poetic Castle. They Tell Me, here's Balmoral Boy, and Out Punch Enchanter is being driven to the outside to try and get into the fight. Balmoral Boy sustaining a long run, had gone up to They Tell Me. They've quickly collared Poetic Castle. Out Punch Enchanter's closing. Is today the day for Out Punch Enchanter? Out Punch Enchanter levels up, puts the head in front, and Out Punch Enchanter finally breaks through, has tipped out Balmoral Boy, They Tell Me, and then came further back Poetic Castle, Quietly Spoken. Maximizer still managed to get past the other 4, and they were Taken to the Max, Shea Keystone, further back Mel Park Sunshine, last Shadow Hall, and the last quarter 32-1, 259 the rate.